In this video, I'm going to show you the best wireless routers you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go. First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $50 range. First, we have the TP-Link Archer A6, and for under $50, having full gigabit Ethernet ports for both your internet and wired devices is a fantastic deal. I found its dual-band AC 1200 speeds with 4 antennas gave me solid coverage for a small home, and the MU-MIMO support really helps keep performance stable when multiple devices are streaming at the same time. While the plastic build feels a bit basic and the range isn't for a giant mansion, its features make it a much better choice than many competitors at this price point. Next, we have the TP-Link Archer C6, which honestly felt almost identical to the Archer A6 in my testing, and that is a very good thing. It also packs those all-important gigabit ports and AC 1200 speeds over 2 bands, so you're not creating a bottleneck for a fast internet plan, even if you are gaming on a wired computer. My advice is to simply check the price for both the A6 and C6 when you are shopping, as they offer the same excellent performance and you should just buy whichever one is cheaper. Finally, we have the Netgear R6120, and this is where you need to pay close attention to the specifications. While it also offers AC 1200 dual-band Wi-Fi speeds, which work fine for casual browsing, I immediately hit a wall because all of its Ethernet ports are fast Ethernet, not gigabit. This means any wired connection is stuck at a maximum of 100 megabits per second, which completely wasted my fast internet plan and makes it a much slower option than the two TP-Link routers. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $50 to $100 range. First, we have the TP-Link Archer AX23. For the price, this little router offers a great entry into the world of Wi-Fi 6, giving you AX 1800 speeds that are a noticeable upgrade over older standards. I found the coverage was best suited for a small to medium-sized apartment, and while the dual-core processor handles multiple devices well with OFDMA, it doesn't quite have the range of more expensive units. The setup using the Tether app is incredibly simple, making this the perfect choice if you just want a no-fuss, set-it-and-forget-it upgrade that provides solid, reliable speed. Next, we have the ASUS RT-AX1800S. This router matches the TP-Link with its AX1800 speed, but its main advantage is the incredibly powerful software and features packed inside. The ability to create a mesh system later on using iMesh is a huge bonus for future-proofing your network, though in terms of raw signal strength, I felt it was very similar to the Archer AX3. Honestly, the free eye protection, security, and extensive parental controls give it a massive edge, making it the one I would choose if you want more control over your network without paying a subscription. Finally, we have the Netgear R6700AXS. This router brings that well-known Nighthawk styling and delivered consistent Wi-Fi 6 performance in my home, easily keeping up with both the ASUS and TP-Link models in terms of speed. The biggest downside here is that many of its most advertised features, like the advanced Netgear Armor security, are locked behind a paid monthly subscription. While the core routing performance is solid and the Nighthawk app is easy to navigate, having to pay extra for features that ASUS gives you for free makes this a tougher recommendation unless you find it on a very deep discount. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $100 to $200 range. First, we have the TP-Link Archer AX75. Its standout feature is Wi-Fi 6E, which gave me access to the super clean 6 GHz band, meaning my compatible devices saw a huge drop in interference and a solid boost in speed. While this definitely future-proofs my network more than the dual-band ASUS or Netgear, I did notice the range on that brand new 6 GHz band is noticeably shorter than its 5 GHz signal. Overall, for this price, getting a tri-band router with Wi-Fi 6E feels like an amazing deal, especially since the setup through its Tether application was incredibly simple and fast. Next, we have the ASUS RT-AX82U. This one is clearly aimed at gamers with its cool customizable lighting and a software package that is just packed with features like a mobile gaming mode and free lifetime network security. It doesn't have the 6 GHz band like the TP-Link, but its Wi-Fi 6 performance on the 5 GHz band felt incredibly strong and stable during my gaming sessions, definitely a step up in consistency. From the Netgear, honestly, you're paying a bit of a premium for a dedicated gaming port and that aggressive look, so if you do not care about gaming, your money might be better spent on the Archer AXE75's newer technology. Finally, we have the Netgear RAX50. This Nighthawk router feels like the steady, no-frills workhorse of the group, providing solid Wi-Fi 6 speeds and good coverage that easily handled all the devices I threw at it. The performance was reliable, but I was really disappointed to find that advanced security features are locked behind a paid subscription, which is a stark contrast to the free, robust protection offered by the ASUS model. It's a perfectly capable router that does the job, but when you put it next to the future-proof TP-Link and the feature-rich ASUS, it just feels less exciting for the same amount of cash. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $200 to $350 range. First, we have the TP-Link Archer BE550, and this one is all about the future, bringing brand new Wi-Fi 7 technology with mind-bogglingly wide 320 MHz channels and multiple 2.5 gigabit per second ports for my wired gear. In my testing, it felt incredibly responsive, and its multi-link operation technology promises to make connections more stable than anything I've seen from the Wi-Fi 6 routers on this list. The big catch, however, is that you need new Wi-Fi 7 devices to unlock its true potential, making it a bit of an investment for a future that is not quite here yet for most people. Next, we have the ASUS ROG Rapture GT-AX6000, which is an absolute powerhouse for gamers, packing a fast 2 GHz processor and dual 2.5 gigabit per second ports that let me prioritize my gaming PC for the lowest latency. The ASUS software is unbelievably detailed with tons of settings for network optimization, but its aggressive gamer look with the red glowing eye can be a bit much if you are not into that style. While its Wi-Fi 6 performance is fantastic and arguably the most mature technology here, it lacks the clean 6 GHz band of the Netgear and the future-proofing of the TP-Link's Wi-Fi 7. Finally, we have the Netgear Nighthawk RX300, and its killer feature is that dedicated 6 GHz Wi-Fi 6 E-band, which gave my supported devices an exclusive interference-free lane that felt like my own private internet highway. The unique wing design is something you will either love or hate, and while setup was easy with the Nighthawk app, I was a little disappointed it only has one multi-gigabit port compared to the dual ports on the ASUS. That super fast 6 GHz signal does not travel as far through walls, and honestly, if you do not have Wi-Fi 6E devices, you are better off with the raw power of the ASUS or looking towards the future with the TP-Link. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $350 plus range. First, we have the TP-Link Archer BE550. This thing is an absolute monster of a router with quad band Wi-Fi, 7 speeds up to 19000 megabits per second, and I was seriously impressed by its connectivity options, featuring two 10 gigabit per second ports and four 2.5 gigabit per second ports. Its clean design with internal antennas and a neat front LED screen that can show you stats or even emoji gives it a futuristic vibe that I really liked on my desk. While the performance is top-notch and it trades blows with the ASUS, it's also physically enormous, and you need to ask yourself if you really have enough brand new Wi-Fi 7 devices to take advantage of its quad-band setup over the tri-band Netgear. Next, we have the ASUS ROG Rapture GT-B98. On paper, this is the champion with a blistering 25000 megabits per second speed rating, and its aggressive gamer look with 8 massive external antennas is designed to blast a signal through anything. The ASUS gaming software is as good as ever, giving you tons of control for reducing latency, which made a noticeable difference in my online matches. It matches the TP-Link with a fantastic selection of high-speed ports, easily beating the Netgear in that area, but that hardcore gamer design and all the RGB lighting is definitely a love it or hate it affair. You are paying a premium for that Viscadiri Republic of Gamers name and the highest possible specs, and I found that despite the higher speed rating, its everyday performance felt very similar to the Archer BE550, making it a choice that's more about looks and brand loyalty. Finally, we have the Netgear Nighthawk RS700S. I immediately loved its new tall and slim design, which has a much smaller footprint than the other two and looks far more elegant in a living room. That slim tower packs a powerful 3D antenna array that did a great job covering my entire home with a strong Wi-Fi 7 signal, and it still packs a punch with a 10 gigabit per second internet port. However, it's a big step down from the others in connectivity, offering only standard gigabit Ethernet ports alongside its two 10 gigabit ports, and its tri-band configuration is technically less advanced than the quad-band competition. While its performance is still phenomenal, and the design is my favorite of the bunch, having fewer high-speed ports was a real downside for my setup, and Netgear continuing to push its paid Armor Security subscription feels a bit stingy at this very high price point. Thanks for watching! I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.